When people say they're thinking about retirement, what they usually mean is, I hope I'm ready. But hope isn't the same as knowing. So in this video, I want to talk through 5 very simple tests that will tell you whether you're actually ready to retire in the UK or not. Not emotionally, but practically. And by the end, you should have a much clearer answer on whether or not you're ready to. Not hype, not optimism, just clarity. So the first test, if you stopped working tomorrow, how much would you need per year to live the life you actually want? Now, I'm not talking survival, not cutting everything back, the life you really want. Now, for some, that might be £20,000 a year. For others, £35,000 a year. Some people may need £50,000 or more a year. Whatever your number is, that's your baseline. Now compare it to what your pensions and investments can realistically provide you. Not in a good market, not what you hope they'll grow to, but what they can sustainably provide you now. And if those two numbers don't align, then you're not ready to retire yet. It's that simple. The second test is the gap to state pension test. So in the UK, the state pension starts at 67. So if you were to retire at 60, that's a 7-year gap. Retire at 62, it's a 5 years gap. Just using simple maths. Now you need to fund that gap yourself, the entire gap. So if you need £25,000 a year and you retire 7 years early, that'd be £175,000, 25 times 7. You'd need to bridge that gap. No tricks, just straight arithmetic. And if that bridging money doesn't exist, you'll be pulling from your main pension pot. So that'll affect everything later. Now, a lot of people ignore this part, but it matters far more than you think. So the third test, the longevity test. Retiring at 60 means you may have to fund another 30 years or more of life. Now that's not dramatic, that's realistic in these days. So after covering the early years before state pension, ask yourself this question. What's left? Is your remaining pot capable of lasting decades more? This is where safe withdrawal rates matter. Whether you use the 4% rule or something more conservative, the real question is, can your pot last without slowly draining to zero? And if you've never run those numbers, you just won't know. And the fourth test is the withdrawal behaviour test. And this one always gets ignored, because when markets rise, withdrawals feel relatively easy. But when markets fall, withdrawals can feel terrifying. Are you mentally prepared to stick to a withdrawal plan during downturns? Or would you panic? Because retirement isn't just maths, it's behaviour. And if you haven't thought about how you'll react in a bad market year, you're not ready yet. The fifth test, the lifestyle flexibility test. How flexible is your spending? If markets dip or inflation bites, can you trim the fat? £3,000, £5,000 or more from your annual spending without your life collapsing? Or is everything fixed and rigid? Because the more flexible you are, the safer retirement becomes. The more rigid you are, the tighter everything will feel. So are you ready? If you passed all 5 tests comfortably, you're probably ready. If 1 or 2 of them feel shaky, you may just need a bit more refinement. If 3 or more of these feel weak, you're almost certainly not ready yet. And that's not failure, but it is information. Retirement isn't a feeling, it's a structure. When the structure holds, the feeling follows. Now, if this framework is useful, I can build a 1-page retirement readiness scorecard that you can download. Just tell me which test feels strongest to you and which one needs more work.